So, this is the official first episode of 21st Century Football Stories from Talking Talk Boston Sports. And instead of going alphabetical this time, I just wanted to do random team generator, and I got the Buffalo Bills. So this episode's going to be a little bit depressing. In the 2000 season, they won their first 2 games before going 1-4 in the next 5. They would win 4 straight before dropping 4 of their last 5 games, missing the playoffs. In the 2001 season, they started off at 1-10, and they would finish 2-5. In the 2002 season, they started off 2-3. They would win 3 straight, but then they would end off at 3-5, missing the playoffs. In the 2003 season, they would win their first 2 games. They would go into their bye with a 4-4 record, but they would come out and finish the season at 2-6. In 2004, they started 1-5 and then finished 8-2, but it was still not enough to make the playoffs. In the 2005 season, they went into the bye with a 3-5 record, and then they finished the year 2-6, missing the playoffs. For the 2006 season, the Bills went into their bye at 2-5, and then they came out of the bye at 5-2, but they dropped their last 2 games of the year to miss the playoffs. For the 2007 season, they went into their bye at 1-4. Then they came out and won 4 games straight, but they would finish the year 2-5 to miss the playoffs again. So, in the 2008 season, they started off 5-1, but then finished 2-8 to miss the playoffs. In 2009, they went into their bye at 3-5, and then they would come out of the bye at 3-5, missing the playoffs again. In 2010, they lost 9 straight games to open the season. They finished 4-4, but it wasn't enough to make the playoffs. In 2011, they started out 5-2. They finished 1-8, and they would end up missing the playoffs again. In the 2012 season, they went into the bye at 3-4, and they came out 3-6, missing the playoffs. In 2003, they started their season 3-7. They won 3 of their last 5, but it wasn't enough to avoid missing the playoffs again. In 2014, they went into their bye at 5-3, but they would come out 4-4 and end up missing the playoffs. In their 2015 season, they went into the bye at 3-4, and they came out 5-4, but it was still not enough to avoid missing the playoffs. In 2016, they lost their opening 2 games of the year before winning 4 straight, but they would go and finish the year 3-7 to miss the playoffs. In 2017, they started the year 5-2, then lost 4 of their next 5, but they would win 3 of their last 4 to finally make the playoffs. They would face the Jacksonville Jaguars in wildcard weekend. They entered the second half tied up at 3. Then they gave up a touchdown in the last minute of the third quarter. They couldn't score in the fourth quarter, and they lost the game 10-3. So that's it. Not the best way to start off the series, but I don't know. Maybe you guys liked it. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Bye.